My name is Shannon Rose, and this is how my patriotic pride led to the most satisfying revenge I've ever experienced. It started when I hung an American flag in front of my home in Willowbrook, Ohio, after returning from my second tour in Afghanistan as a combat medic. The flag wasn't just decoration, it represented every fallen soldier I'd served alongside and every freedom I'd fought to protect. I displayed it properly on a regulation flagpole with all necessary permits. That's when I met Karen Mitchell. Karen was my next door neighbor, a woman in her 50s with perfect blonde hair and an attitude suggesting the world owed her something. She drove a white BMW with custom plates reading Karma One and lived in the largest house on our block, a sprawling colonial with professional landscaping. The confrontation came on a Tuesday morning while I watered my garden. "That flag is absolutely inappropriate," Karen said, marching over in designer heels. "It's tacky and brings down property values. This is an upscale community, not some trailer park." I looked up, confused. "Ma'am, that's the American flag." I served 2 tours defending what it represents. Karen rolled her eyes. "Spare me the sob story. I don't care about your army adventures. I'm president of the Willowbrook Homeowners Association, and that flag has got to go. You have 1 week, or I'll take legal action." She stomped back to her house, leaving me stunned. I called my buddy Jake Morrison, a Marine veteran who worked as a real estate attorney. "Shannon, federal law protects your right to display the American flag," Jake explained. "The Freedom to Display the American Flag Act of 2005 specifically prohibits HOAs from restricting flag displays. Document everything. People like Karen usually dig their own graves." Jake's advice proved prophetic. I received a certified letter from the HOA demanding removal of my unauthorized structure. I responded citing federal law and sent copies to all board members. Karen's harassment campaign began immediately. She called police 3 times, claiming I disturbed the peace by mowing at 10 a.m. on Saturdays. Officer Patricia Williams, a fellow veteran, quickly understood what was happening and advised me to keep records. Karen hired a surveyor, claiming my fence encroached on her property. The surveyor, Tom Bradley, quietly informed me that not only was my fence completely on my property, but Karen's rose garden was actually 3 feet onto my land. The escalation continued with complaints about my trash cans, claims I had too many vehicles, and reports about a non-existent dog. Karen was systematically trying to make my life miserable. The breaking point came during a small Veterans Day gathering in October. I was hosting 5 fellow veterans, including Jake and Captain Lisa Martinez, when Karen appeared at my fence. "This noise has got to stop," she shrieked. Captain Martinez stood up. "Ma'am, it's 3 p.m. on Saturday and we're having a quiet conversation." "I don't care!" "Shannon, take down that flag or I'm making your life hell." Then Karen made her fatal mistake. She grabbed a rock and hurled it at my flag, tearing a hole in the corner. The silence was deafening. Every veteran went still, watching this woman desecrate the symbol we'd fought for. "Ma'am," Jake said calmly, "you just committed destruction of property and flag desecration in front of multiple witnesses. Contact a lawyer immediately." "You can't prove anything," Karen shouted. "Actually, I got it all on video," said Tommy Rodriguez from across the street, holding up his phone. "Posted it live to Facebook. Already got 200 shares. Within hours, the video went viral. Entitled "HOA President Attacks Veterans Flag" became national news. Karen's real estate business began losing clients as people connected her face to the viral video. But Karen hired expensive lawyers and filed a frivolous lawsuit claiming I was operating illegal businesses and harassing her family. She demanded $500,000 plus flag removal. Jake connected me with Rebecca Thompson from the Institute for Justice, who agreed to represent me pro bono. During legal discovery, we uncovered Karen's secrets. She'd been embezzling from the HOA Reserve Fund, nearly $85,000 over 3 years for fake administrative fees and consulting services. Even worse, she hadn't paid her own HOA dues in 18 months, making her presidency legally invalid. Rebecca filed our countersuit for harassment, defamation, and civil rights violations, requesting $750,000 in damages plus legal fees. The trial in March 2020 was a disaster for Karen. Her lawyers tried portraying me as an unstable veteran, but Captain Martinez testified about my exemplary service record. The jury saw Tommy's viral video and heard testimony about Karen's embezzlement from her own board members. Under cross-examination, Karen became increasingly agitated, shouting that veterans didn't deserve special treatment and calling my flag ugly and inappropriate. The jury deliberated 2 hours and awarded me $400,000 plus $175,000 in legal fees. Karen was also arrested for embezzlement and sentenced to 18 months in federal prison. Karen's world collapsed. Her husband Richard divorced her, her real estate license was revoked, and she declared bankruptcy. Her beautiful house went to auction to satisfy debts. Jake suggested I buy it with my lawsuit winnings. At auction, I won the bidding at $285,000, less than half its former value. The first thing I did was install an even larger flagpole with a magnificent 5 by 8 foot American flag visible from 3 blocks away. I converted Karen's formal dining room into offices for Flag Defenders, a nonprofit helping veterans navigate HOA disputes. The organization has now helped over 200 veterans protect their flag display rights. Karen served her full sentence and moved to Florida, working as an insurance clerk. Her ex-husband remarried in California, and their daughter changed her last name to distance herself from her mother's infamy. Today, Willowbrook has become known as a veteran-friendly community. 3 new military families live on my street alone, each flying the American flag proudly. Every 4th of July, I host a neighborhood barbecue in the backyard that once belonged to Karen, celebrating the freedoms we all cherish. As I write this in 2023 from Karen's former home office, I can see that magnificent flag waving outside my window. Karen thought she could intimidate a veteran into hiding her patriotism. Instead, she lost everything and created a neighborhood full of American flags. Sometimes the best revenge isn't getting even. It's becoming everything your enemy tried to stop you from being. Karen demanded I take down my flag. Now I own her home, and that flag flies higher than ever.